Hi guys, welcome back. This is a DIY knitting podcast where me, Heidi, does some DIY, mostly knitting. And today we have an exciting episode. We're gonna talk about autumn knitting plans or fall knitting plans, whatever you will like to call it. And I have this special thing for this autumn because I am thinking that I will make a knitted capsule wardrobe. And for me, that means knits that can be easily styled with the clothing I already have and with each other. So I'm trying to create this cohesive color and style story for autumn. Let's start with color palette. I have gathered 6 different colors for this capsule. I'm not sure if I will use all of them, but this is the vibe. So there is this neutral white that is not optic white, like super white, but it's not also cream, which is like warm yellowy kind of white. Then there is charcoal, which is like the color of my jeans, and this gray that is between gray and beige. So it's not beige, it's not gray, it is something in between. And then I have as a 4th neutral this deep kind of espresso colored brown. I had to think for a second that what is the word for brown? Brown. And I like these kind of cool toned browns, and all of this color palette, it is cool tones because that is just what suits me the best. I know that autumn colors are typically like warm, rich, yellow and rust and oranges and tomato reds and like copper browns and caramel and that kind of colors. They are beautiful. I absolutely love how they look on certain people, but I just look very sick when I put them on. So I prefer to use my kind of colors, which are soft and neutral to cool colors. If you would like to hear more about color theory for knitters, there is the video I made about that. And as an accent colors, I picked this soft blush pink, this dusty pink vibe, and raspberry red, that is this, well, raspberry color. It is vibrant but still a bit soft and delicate. My inspiration behind the color choices was this kind of old rose, and when the nights go a bit darker and gloomier, everything looks a bit like there is a shadow or gray added to the colors. And there are these winter roses that are this delicate pink color. And yeah, that is my inspiration for the colors. And for the capsule, I have picked 2 sweaters, 1 t-shirt, 1 top, 1 dress, 1 skirt, and a handbag. So there are 7 patterns. I realize that is quite a lot. So if I don't make all of these during the autumn season, that is completely okay. I will then do them in the winter time, then complete my capsule then. Let's get into the patterns next. Some of them you are actually already familiar with because you have seen them in my last episode. If you have not seen that video, check it over here after watching this video. So the things you have already seen are the storm sweater by Petiteknit, Minto tee by Knitonomy, and cherry dress by Sandnes garn. Those are actually already on my needles and going quite strong, and I'm attempting to finish at least the storm sweater and Minto tee by the end of September. Probably they can be done earlier than that, but that is my goal. You can already see the color palette starting to form with these 3 whips, since they are the colors charcoal and this muted gray/beige. I think the color was Oatmeal, and the last one is the raspberry red in the dress. And in addition to the color story, there is also the textures of this capsule. There are a lot of different textures, like cables and the structured stitches on the storm sweater. There is this fluffy mohair in the cherry dress, and there are also some texture in the other knits that I am planning to make. So my plan is to add some knitted rich texture in my wardrobe and combine it with basics that I already have, like button-ups, jeans, sleek t-shirts, slip-on dresses, those kind of things. The next thing in my mood board is the Waffle loop skirt by Otherloops, and I have been talking about this skirt a lot. I think it was in my original stash video already when I mentioned that I will knit this skirt. The plans have evolved and I have switched the yarn that I'm planning to make it in, but it is still on the list, and I absolutely love the texture of this piece. It is so simple yet still a bit upgraded and elevated because of this texture it has. And the yarn I'm going to use is this natural colored Finnish alpaca-wool blend, and I think it will go beautifully with the other colors in my wardrobe. I have still a lot of black, but also different muted tones like sage green, forest green, and the blush pink and raspberry tones. And this goes so well with both the deep brown color, which I have my levitate wrap in, but also this graphite color. I have my Louvre sweater, which is my most worn sweater, so I'm planning to combine these also with the knitwear I already have and the clothes I already have. So I'm not doing entirely knitted capsule because I don't see the point in knitting pants for myself personally, but knitted skirts and knitted dresses are a staple in my wardrobe already, and those I am going to make and combine them with knits and non-knitted garments. So this will be a beautiful waffle loop skirt, and I'm actually very excited to cast it on. The only thing that is keeping me from casting it on right now is that I have very enjoyable things on the needles right now, so I'm gonna focus on them, get them done in a timely manner, and then I will cast this on and hopefully enjoy it as much as I think I do. And the next thing that I am going to make is the May camisole. As I said in a last video and probably in the second to last video, that has been on my plans for a while, From the second I saw that, I knew that I want to make it, because I have been planning on making the pea camisole, or pie, is it said? It is pie. I have been planning on making the pie camisole for a long time, but the very thin gauge has been keeping me away from it, because I'm a very loose knitter and I would literally have to take so thin needles that I don't think it is enjoyable for me or doable with my achy hands. So the top May camisole is gonna be on my capsule. It is so timeless and a classic design, and I can see that it goes well with anything. And as I said in the last episode, I already have the yarn for, I actually have yarn for all of these in my what is that, stash, in my yarn cabinet. And this is the one I'm gonna use for the May camisole. It is colorful but not in your face colorful, and goes well with most of the colors in my wardrobe. And I think that there is good to be some not so textured or structured pieces, because the sleek look can also look very chic and timeless. And I think that it's good that not every piece is like cabled or has some texture or something. Even though it's fun to knit, I think that we need some basics also. And I think it's gonna be fun to knit with this merino tencel blend. It is very soft and it has this subtle shine to it, which is beautiful. I'm not actually 100% sure what pattern I am going to make with this yarn and for this inspiration. In the photo there is the Bonnie genser from Sandnes garn, and I have the booklet, so I have the pattern for it. But I'm not 100% in love with the sleeves because they are quite wide, and I need to test the storm sweater and see how much it softens up and all of that. So if I'm gonna hold it double for the other one as well, or if I'm gonna knit a thinner gauge garment, I'm not sure yet. But this one will be a cabled pullover. This is the Woolyknit British wool in the colorway, I think it was cream nepp. I think it will be lovely cable pullover, but I don't want it to be like too intricate because it has these neps, so I don't want it to look too messy. So I'm looking for a simple, repetitive cabled pattern. So my options are at the moment the Bonnie genser from Sandnes garn, which I would hold this double, and the other option is doing the Minto tee that I am testing at the moment, but with longer sleeves. And that would be a fingering weight project, and it would take quite a lot of time, but it might be wearable since it's not that thick of a garment. So there is actually a third option. I was talking to Pihla, who is also testing the Minto tee, and she had an idea that one could actually use the pattern but substitute the Minto cables with regular cables, and you would have a beautifully grafted basic cabled sweater. And the Minto has also, the T version of the Minto has a bit lower neckline, so it's not so high up. So if this is scratchy after blocking, then the lower neckline version might be a good option. So there is a basic cabled sweater in my capsule, but I'm not 100% sure what I am going to do. So if you have ideas, pattern suggestions or thoughts on the matter, please give them to me in the comments. So leave them down below. But yeah, I love the yarn. It is pretty, it's so nice to work with. Even though the color is cream, it is not very yellow color. It is a bit more yellow than the one I'm wearing, but it's not like cream color. I really enjoy it. And the last thing for my knitted capsule wardrobe is the Florence bag. And my intention is to knit it with this one. This is the Isager Trio one, and it is in this beautiful chestnut. It is this reddish burgundy kind of espresso deep brown color, and that is what I'm intending to use. I'm gonna hold it triple and see how big bag that is going to be. I have seen versions that have very light lining on a dark colored bag, and I'm not that much into that look, so I'm gonna see if I have some darker fabric to line the bag. I'm probably not gonna order the ones that Petiteknit sells because they are quite expensive, and I have a sewing machine. And then I'm gonna check the local crafts and fabric stores for the leather strap, if I could find something similar, or maybe thrift stores, because there might be some old bags that are not in itself usable, but they might have like a good strap or something. That completes my capsule wardrobe. So there you have it, 7 pieces, and they are all different types. There are different yarn weights, they are different but matching colors, and they all have a purpose in my wardrobe. And I'm already excited to make videos about styling them with my own clothes and with my other knits. And if I have time during autumn, I might add some accessories like scarves or beanies or that kind of stuff, but I'm pretty sure I will have my hands full with these items, and I will move the accessories to the winter capsule because I have ideas for that already as well. So that is my autumn knitting plans, a knitted capsule wardrobe. I would like to hear your ideas and thoughts about this knitted capsule wardrobe thing. What did you like about this format, and is there something that is missing for my capsule wardrobe? Please leave your comments down below. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you would like to see my videos in the future. And thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye!